Israel dies when Jacob is coming up, is going down to Egypt. Israel dies as an identity
Okay.
because now we're going into exile. So the identity that will keep us in exile will be Jacob.
So the language of Vayigash feels very specific to me and very important in the context of all of this, where it says,
But
um,
I just want we
I
are
hear you.
still in Miketz, you know that.
Oh, you know what? I thought you said Vayigash. Okay, I apologize.
It's fine. It came out, it came up, so it's came, but we're still in Miketz.
Okay.
This
Yeah, yeah,
weekend
yeah.
we'll go into Vaigash.
Then I pause and look forward to what Nicolo and Peter and
Okay, I just want to say that Miketz is actually preparing the stage for Yehuda. It's preparing, but it's the end of um, it's the end of that conflict being hidden. It's coming up. It's coming up because there is a meeting point between, which is important in Miketz. I'll suggest why actually we see what you pointed out in Vegash. Because what we are seeing is that Yosef knows that those are his brothers.
Mhm.
And yet he's very firm in his control over reality. They don't know that Yosef is the second of Pharaoh, but they know that it is providence. They know that they are being punished. It's very strange. It's a different languages that it will come to one language in Vaigash. It's different. One is saying within our control, which is it. This is what Yehuda is saying to yourself. You as Pharaoh, you are as Pharaoh. You mean not only that you've been uh, that Pharaoh delegated authority to you. What you got from Pharaoh is as well character, way of being. You adopted something which is deeper than just
Mhm.
an outer look. So because your perception of how Israel can exist failed. Okay, but the whole Hanukkah issue starts with Miketz,
Yes.
when how it is possible with faith to actually translate events and to sort of relate them um, to the guidance and the will of the higher, what we call providence, because this is how the brothers reads reality. They're saying everything has happened to us because God is punishing us because we forgot to be to keep our brother, the brotherhood. We actually sin against the brotherhood. Okay, so now this is what is happening to us. So they they actually connect everything to the conversation they have with the higher, with their identity.
Mm.
And this is what Yosef is hearing.
Mm.
So within Hanukkah, there is this conversation. What I'm saying is that the basic conflict here today is how to read Hanukkah as a political victory
Mhm.
or as a spiritual victory.
Right, right.
And there is always a conflict between those two readings.
Yeah. Understood. And especially now with in on so many levels. And we don't understand what a spiritual conflict and victory is, which is why it's so much easier for it to stay in the realm of the political.
Yeah, it's not only that we don't know, truly we don't know, but we are not even trying. So let's say the Talmud actually didn't like this Yehuda Maccabi issue, though the whole house of Hashmonai is priesthood that demands kingdom which does not belong to them.
Right.
Okay, so, and they speak about, let's say that the issue is the light. The issue is finding this can of oil, which and the miracle is a miracle of light. But there is as well something within the reality of, let's say, of Israel happens at that time. So it connects, but they don't know how to connect it. And they're afraid that it will take over, which it did. Basically, what the state of Israel did to Hanukkah, it coveted into the political victory. There is even a song for Hanukkah that suggests that miracle was not here. Within the word, Nes lo haya po, okay? It means with our strength and the mighty Maccabim, we won it. So in that respect of Zionism actually covets the political side. This is what we're seeing now within Hanukkah. What actually can you separate? So we need to ask ourselves, can you actually, it's so sort of unthinkable to a spiritual journey to separate it. To separate events from being sort of leading into a different state and different possibility for the spirit.
I'm so deeply aware of this that even the expression of how to observe Hanukkah took over 200 years to emerge. And it continues to emerge, but not in a spiritual way. It's always, the purposes always seem so self-serving. And it is that this way often for other observances too, which is why I think what the Rabbah teaches is so helpful to everyone. But I
it's
think
a cleanup. We need a cleanup, really.
And this notion of what a light that lasts is about is, I think, the spiritual search that, I mean, here's the metaphor, it threatens to consume us.
Well, if it becomes political, you can recruit the light. Well, you can say that till now, the politics recruited spirituality. Now what happens is that in the name of spirituality, we're trying to recruit politics.
Yes.
Which is not less dangerous.
It's terrible. Right.
Yeah, okay. So it's terrible both sides. Now, actually, this is where Kabbalah speaks about Hanukkah being a pause to see, actually, that first, it's a completely different leadership. It's a female leadership. The whole issue of Hanukkah and Purim is actually, this is what Ari is saying. Both of them are in Hod, meaning both of them, their root is in Malchut, in the female part. So it's totally different. Now we can speak about Bina as being the major force within Hanukkah, meaning in inauguration, in initiation, through the spirit, because the light of Bina is spirit. Okay, so she's actually giving directly to Malchut, which is usually she gave through before Hanukkah and Purim, where actually sort of emerges from below, because it's not they are not mentioned in Torah as holidays, so they are emerging as from understanding or misunderstanding as sign within time, sign of redemption within time. So both of them, Hanukkah and Purim, creates actually a full reformed body of the female part, or meaning of Malchut. It has a female part, meaning in terms of our life, it's men and ladies, but it speaks about reformation of Malchut itself, not via Zeranpin, not via the male part, but directly from the higher to her, to build her. It means that the authority to lead spiritual life will come from the female part in ourselves, from the receptive reformation, which will need first to establish in itself the higher character, which is to bestow, and then to actually allow the full body to sort of lead itself according to this leadership of bestowal. Okay, so this is actually what this article deals with in many ways, but sort of this is what it tries to sort of sort out from what it means to actually deliver heroes or into the hands of the weak. Okay, because it seems to us spirit, at least, is being perceived by us as weak.
Yeah.
Yeah. As the weak, because it comes down, and to be, well, the moment it comes down under the control of the will to receive to oneself. So there is a rebellion of authority, and in this there is the rebellion of authority of myself. I rebel against the way I perceive, and it opens me into a different possibility, which is something is guiding me into a different set of qualities of character, which is bestowal. And this happens in Hanukkah. This is why we cannot use the light yet.
Yeah.
We need first to sort out what is the light for, because we saw when it's not sorted out, each side trying to recruit it and to control it.